Hi, my name is Esteban Villaseñor. I'm from the Campus León studying in mechanical engineering, and the theme what I'm gonna treat today it's about living in pandemic. What is the coronavirus? It is the infectious disease caused by the new strain of coronavirus recently discovered. Both the new virus and the disease were unknown before the outbreak broke out in Wuhan, China in December 2019. What are the symptoms? They are similar to the flu, like fever, tiredness, and dry cough. The Ministry of Health included three more symptoms on August 1st. Anyone with diarrhea, vomiting, and headache added to one or more of the conditions that already existed so far can now be classified as probable COVID-19. The other symptoms are difficulty speaking or moving. Some people may also have muscle aches, nasal congestion, sore throat, and insomnia. How is it spread? The virus is transmitted from one person to another through droplets that come out of the nose or mouth. When the infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks, or when another touches contaminated surfaces or objects with their hands and then puts their hand to their mouth, nose, or eyes. That is why it is important to maintain social distancing. Now that we know what the coronavirus is, how it spreads, and we must have social distancing, we're going to move on to what it is like to live in times of pandemic. The description: the coronavirus disease COVID-19 pandemic has triggered an unprecedented crisis across the board in the field of education. This emergency has led to the massive closure of face-to-face activities of educational institutions in more than 190 countries in order to prevent the spread of the virus and mitigate its impact. In the educational field, a large part of the measures that the countries of the region have adopted in the face of the crisis are related to the suspension of face-to-face classes at all levels, which has given rise to three main fields of action: the deployment of distance learning modalities through the use of a variety of formats and platforms, with or without of the use of technology, support and mobilization of staff and educational communities, and care for the health and comprehensive well-being of the students. Living in times of pandemic has not been easy at all, since with the closure of businesses and other public places, day by day it becomes more difficult to have access to certain things. At some point in 2020, people began to panic purchase already. They thought that everything will be scarce, but what they did not know is that when they made panic purchases, they will leave people who buy their food or groceries for their house day after day without being able to access them. I will share my specific case since the project is about that. At the beginning of the pandemic, when it was officially announced, I was not scared or anything like that, since you know that by maintaining hygiene and distance measures, I could avoid getting infected, and this has been the case. Until today, in the delivery of my project, I have not caught it, but let's continue. After the official announcement of the pandemic, I continued with my normal life. I even went to the university for a few days and did not wear my mask since we were not yet so affected. But as time passed, the cases increased, and that is how the virus came to Mexico. First with the foreign people or with people who had recently traveled to another risk countries. After that, the cases continued to increase and we had to stop going to school, so we started taking online classes, and that's how it spread the time until today that I write this. We are still taking classes online. Today, where I live, there are shops that are closed and others that give them opening hours. But on Sunday, they are closed except for drugstores and gas stations. Going to buy food or things necessary for the home has been quite a journey since there are many people some days who do not pay attention to the established regulations and because it is the way in which people are infected. Because of this, they had to close all locations for 3 weeks to control cases, after which they reopened it and implemented service hours. But part of this has helped me to learn new things. Not everything during the pandemic has been bad, since the time has helped me to see things differently. Appreciate more the little things that we do not give so much importance to and know the true value of freedom and nature. In this time, I have acquired new skills. I have learned more things as I have read more books, and in addition to that, I have advanced more in my personal projects and even started planning a new business for get ahead and have a source of extra income. I say that situation is there, but you decide how it affects you and how you take advantage of it. Some came for the better, others for the worse, but in one case it remains to take advantage of the time and not give everything up. It remains for me as a reflection that we must respect more to nature and the earth, since we are its visitors, and if we don't take care of it, we cannot guarantee a future for the next generations. I just want to say thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to give a like, click to the subscribe button, and leave a comment if you think that is interesting or it's not my spelling so good or something else. So thank you.